I need to rant.
Here it comes.
I need to rant. I need to rage.
It's a hot take coming.
Oh, more than one. Although
A
there's a
fuming
part of me,
take.
there's a part of me thinking this isn't. In a way, here's my effing hot take, you guys. As far as I'm concerned, this movie is kind of a disturbing hot take on, this mythologizing and romanticizing of poverty and of disconnection, of human disconnection. And this is, I think, Katie, where you and I finally overlap on our view of this character. It's like, this is not a woman to be praised. Hot take.
Yeah, I agree.
What bothers me so much about this film, guys, which is why, it's such a good movie, but to strip it, and you got to remember, some of these characters, like Linda May, like Amazon specifically, let's just talk about Amazon alone. Linda May, Swankie, like they're quoted in Bruder's book as saying, yeah, we're basically a mobile, disposable slave workforce for Amazon. They break bones, they get hurt on the job, and they're effed. And the filmmakers decided, no, what we really need to do is just let's look at this one woman who's discovering herself as a nomad, like this is some noble pursuit. And it's like, you're amongst a bunch of people who are suffering. And if they, even when Strathairn gets sick, what is it, ventriculitis? Diverticulitis, thank you. And there's a part of me going, how did he pay for that?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, I was thinking
come on. Like, how many of these people, when they get hurt, Swankie with her broken wing, and it's like, yeah, you're hooped, and even she's nagging, there's that great, it's a great character moment, you gotta be self-reliant, you gotta be able to take care of yourself, and it's like, you're not in the Wild West. This isn't the Oregon Trail. This is a modern country, still the richest country on the planet, and there they are shitting in buckets. Mm-hmm. And no analysis. No, not once. There's a hint 20 minutes in. Bob Wells kind of starts talking about market forces, and then, we got to lean into it. And all I'm thinking is, I'm not hearing, either he's an idiot, and I don't think he is, but we're not hearing him actually, somebody who's gone, as part of this scene, kind of analyzing why they're there. I find it hard to believe that not one conversation amongst these people was like, yeah, corporate America ditched us. We're doing this. And in part, even a cultural critique, to go to what you were talking about, Katie, in these choices she's making, a chunk of them is character, unique to, say, Fern. But some of that is also that BS, accept no help, you can't take help. Help comes with strings, and then it means you've given up and all that other stuff. Because, there's a moment, are you giving up on me? No. And that's kind of, these are the things that are, this whole idea of you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps is celebrated, I think, in this movie in a disturbing way. Like, this is the meta narrative, the real meaning of the goddamn piece, with these people that are obviously not thriving and pulling themselves. They're barely getting by. They're gracefully degrading. These people die in their vans. They die, it's kind of, we're given a hint that, there's some family that will take them in. And I'm like, I'm not sure about that. It's almost like it celebrates the disconnection. It celebrates the atomization of family and of community. No comment whatsoever. No comment of how did a whole town disappear in 6 months? Right, because it depends on one employer who probably had to be coaxed in there. How is it that this woman who sounds like she's worked at regular jobs for a number of years has no savings? Is it perhaps because her husband was sick and she had to take care of him and that sucked all the savings and all she's got left are, senior citizens benefits and she can't do early retirement and no discussion of it. And yes, it's a character piece, but I think you can do a character piece within a context, but to ignore it is actually to do the character a disservice. Why is she the way she is? If you don't even hint at it, I gotta call bullshit on this movie. And there's a part of me that thinks some of the reason they're not criticizing people, yes, this rant continues. And here's another hot take. Heck, I want to hear the hot take. Here's another hot take for you. I really do believe the reason Amazon is never criticized, that the best they can do is good money, which is bullshit. It's the opposite of good money. Oh, good money. What, they pay for your $300 a week? $300 a week to park in a shitty lot. Mm-hmm. Park your van in a lot. That's company store pricing.
Yeah.
They pay for that. Who cares? They're bullshit camper force crap, which is a real thing, and I will link this in not the description because I only found out about it today, folks. Bruder, the woman who wrote the book, this is a movie's inspired by, based on, however you want to describe it. She actually did a 16-minute short film about camper force. Well worth the watch. The link will be pinned in a comment later. Okay, anyway, but here's my hot take. I think Zhao played especially soft on Amazon because they really wanted that shot. And there's my hot take.
Yeah.
They wanted to be in that. They wanted to be in that location. It was important to them to be in that location. Amazon is important to these people, this camper force. And it's like, well, we can't criticize them. And we really want the shot.
Yeah.
Damn it, that deserves another hot take.
And what streaming service did you watch this on? It wasn't Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
It was Disney.
Well, but even Disney, because if you look at Disney's Logline, I did not use it. I wrote my own, like cobbled together from, I always take a bit of inspiration from IMDb and that, but they're like, a story of resilience and hope. What hope? This is like, Katie, to your point, she ends up still alone in a crappy van, slightly better, more competent being on the road. And I don't want to strip the woman of agency, like of being okay with that life. And some of these people, heck, ask anyone, hey, what's good about your life right now? You go into one of those fucking modern day Hoovervilles, they're going to go, well, I do like this. I like this. I like this. Notwithstanding this one character who probably would say, oh, and I'll keep doing this no matter what changes. Every other one would probably go, oh, no, if I could get just a regular gig and a stable gig that managed my PTSD, I could get proper health care out of, the vast majority of them would. You're asking people in a stress situation, what do you like about it? Not, I saw one interview where the guy starts with, I always found the road romantic. It's like, I wanted to reach through the YouTube screen and just wring the fucker's neck. So this is why. And then on top of it all, to use a non-union crew, to not pay these people a union wage. You're going to make good money. Good money is being made by a lot of people off this movie. And all of it, like right now, if they decide to, out of the kindness of their hearts, share residuals with these people, these non-actor actors, just not fucking buying it. They're going to be screwed like most actors get screwed. Oh, you got 1% of the net profit, which means nothing. If they were, if this was a SAG after gig, those actors, because they did the job, they would be paid the rates and get the residuals. Heck, for a brief bit, they'd have access to fucking healthcare.
Yeah.
You know?
So part of the problem.
This bullshit. Which is, now there you go. This is why I've been holding back for like a while. This is why I cannot recommend this movie. It makes me sick. Like, I mean, and I know this is in some of the same country that were the trial of the Chicago 7, where the politics of that was stripped out. But I think this is disturbingly, almost cruel to romanticize working poor people's lives, never once let them analyze why they're there. You know, they get to, you know, even in that fireside part in the interview, it's like any other BS TV interview. How does it make you feel? You know what? The victims of this economic crisis never are allowed to analyze why they're there. Never asked, why do you think this happens? Do you think the government has anything to do with it? Just let them analyze their situation. No, it's only about their personal experience. That's that they are bound within that box, and the filmmaker chooses the rest of it. And Chloé Zhao, and now here's another hot take. This is what you get when you have a film made by someone who grew up rich. Hot take. Because she did. She, you know, comes from an affluent, like a very rich home, went to upscale, you know, it is.
School.
All the usual suspects, Hollyoak, like all those snooty, you know, Ivy League or Ivy League adjacent liberal arts colleges, right? Frances McDormand, now it looks like she grew up poor, but she's been a successful actress. Her and her husband have been making movies forever. She's a rich person now. She even had here's a hot take from Frances. I'm sorry, guys, I'm really monopolizing it. I can't help myself. But what did Frances say? Oh, Frances, here's a classic. All right, blah, 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 blah. Okay, here it is. This is in a Vulture, and I will pin a link to this Vulture story. But in McDormand's recent Vogue cover story, she reveals Fern was an emanation of a fantasy she had in her 40s, telling her husband, filmmaker Joel Cohen, "When I'm 65, I'm changing my name to Fern, I'm smoking Lucky Strikes, drinking Wild Turkey, I'm getting an RV, and hitting the road." And she's the one who optioned the movie, etc., hired Zhao. And this is the thing. She's got, like, I mean, you can, and going back to what you said, Jim, that one of the times she's happy, and you can see Frances McDormand going vroom, vroom, vroom. But here's the thing. Frances McDormand can afford that ride. This is a fantasy for a rich person to live like a hobo. No, these people have to. For cultural and economic reasons. Bullshit. Anyway. What do you guys think?